So you've heard of 5% off, 10%, 15%, 20%, maybe even when they're doing sales, you know. But 50% off of something is so rare, so rare. However, Stealthy Realty is offering a 50% discount on their dwelling properties. Prices starting from 210,000 Ghana cedis. It's like buying a brand new car. You can get a house for that's the price of a brand new car. Wow.
Yeah.
This offer.
That's half the price of Prado.
Yeah. This offer is for a limited time and it's on selected units. Terms and conditions apply.
So if you're looking for the 2 or 3 bedroom home in the gated community, make sure you call Stealthy Realty on 055-143-5555. 055-143-8888. Or visit them online at nyamiduagh.com. And the Nyamidua is NYAMEDUAGH.com. So the numbers again, 055-143-5555 or 055-143-8888.
All right, fantastic. Okay, so should we take a break? And when we come back, we're going to have a relationship conversation that's going to put you in trouble this morning. I promise you, it's going to put you in trouble. But yeah, so we're going to do that. What did Jojo say?
Right, so there's a lady who actually had a complaint. Let's listen to it. Let's watch that.
I love my boyfriend very much. He's restored my hope in relationships. But lately, I'm not feeling him. For 2 years, he hasn't outdoored me. I mean, he's been hiding me. He has never posted a photo of me on his social media handles. We have gone for vacations, vacations. And we take pictures, but he never posts them. He'll be posting pictures of his female friends on his timeline and on his WhatsApp profile. He'll be wishing his friends happy birthday and be posting their pictures. But he never posts my pictures. I do post his pictures, but it feels very one-sided. In fact, I'm very displeased. He has introduced me to his family, but I feel insecure. I feel he's hiding something from me, though I can't put a finger on it. I hope I'm not asking for too much.
All right, straight away when you hear this, I'm sure there are many who will say, no, the guy, he's too timing you, he has somebody else.
I don't know. I don't know about that. I really don't know about that. Because, if you're going to flip it, and let me flip it, I remember, for example, when I was married, I never posted a picture of my husband once, not even once, on social media. To respect his privacy because he didn't like that. It didn't change the fact that, we were married.
No, but that's when the person says, I don't like that.
Yeah, the thing is there are different levels of privacy and depending on who you are, sometimes you just don't want...
Because this lady hasn't said that I don't want to be posted.
Well, obviously she wants it, but the question that I think she should have with her significant other is how willing is he to put his private stuff out there? There's 2 schools of thought with this. There's one school of thought, and I've had a lot of people say that there's some things best kept private. Like, let it cook. Ha no ho. Ko hold bena, mofia mobana. Which means, cover it and let it cook. When it's ready, everybody will see that it's ready. But sometimes when you are cooking something and it's open and everybody can see, that is when the opinion consultation squad of Ghana will now come and be giving their opinion on the project. That is your relationship. Anyway, we're supposed to take a quick break and come and continue this conversation. So get ready for me this morning. I'm on fire. And if Israel is opposing my view, I would rip him to pieces. Don't go anywhere. You don't want to miss this. We'll be right back. But you see how sometimes in life we can major in the minors and completely lose sight of what really matters. So whilst, this woman has written this letter and she's been with this guy for 2 years and she's complaining that, he hasn't posted you. You're not complaining that he hasn't married you. You are complaining that he hasn't posted you. Meanwhile, the bigger, what do you call it? The bigger thing
prize
is there. And you won't focus on that and pray so that your ancestors who have said that you will never get married, you will kill them so that you can get married. You are crying that he hasn't posted you. So if he posts you and then he doesn't marry you, is that one better?
No. So they say agro beso if you're not.
The fact that he's posting
you want to see that the agro is so.
You feel like somebody posting you is indication of his heart towards you. You haven't dated a player before. Eh? He will post you and spread you all over social media. You know what makes me so wary of the public social media relationships? Is the embarrassment when the relationship ends.
True though.
Because now before you go back and go and delete all the pictures of the I love you forever, goals, bae, boo, whatever. Anyway, I'll keep quiet. I'm quiet.
Oh, no, but I don't have a problem posting my wife on social.
Yeah, I don't think most men don't have problems posting their wives. I think most wives at that point don't care whether you post them or not.
Well,
most of the time, the people you hear complaining are their girlfriends.
Okay.
How many wives have you heard complaining that he doesn't post me?
Well, not too.
Because at the Mrs. level, when you've reached, it's like it's legal, it's spiritual, it's everything. So social media is
children involved.
Exactly. You know, do you think it's an issue of priority, or does it really matter?
No, it could also be that there's some people who, as you're saying, maybe they're not into the social media thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Except where you have a situation where the person may be posting other people.
Yeah.
And they're leaving you out.
Yeah, but the thing is, I do that all the time. I actually feel more comfortable posting my male friends. So I'll celebrate my best friends who are male. You know, I'll put videos of my male friends dancing and being silly. I will very rarely post a picture of my boyfriend. Because I am a fashion.
So that's your...
I mean, that's my position. And I've grown in that position. Because I used to feel, when the whole social media thing started, you know, you can get sucked into the idea of, you know, oh, I want to be, you know, on his status, I want to be on his profile, and, you know, I want the whole world to know that he's mine. And you can get sucked into that. I mean, like the lady said, it's an outdooring, isn't it? So it's like you want everybody to know. But then I realized, you know, as the years have gone by, there are some things that are actually not key indicators of the well-being of a relationship. Because I've seen so many of my male friends who post their girlfriends every day. And when tough times hit, they don't have enough substance in the relationship to stay. And so 2 weeks later, he's posting another girl, you know? And then what? Like, you know, what is the real value of being? I know that there's that question of maybe he has other girlfriends, so he doesn't want to.
That's the main thing. I mean, most people will say, okay, he has other girlfriends and so doesn't want to.
But you know that he can post you and mute and blind the status of the other girls. Like, you see, that's what I'm saying, that you haven't dealt with a boy who is serious like about. You know, you can post something and then tick on the list of the people who see. In fact, he can post something and you will be the only person who will see. So he's posted your picture and you are the only person seeing it.
No, but that's why some other people will go out of their way and find out from their friends what is on his status.
Then you realize that once you're having to do that, the relationship is broken. Because really, that's a bit extreme. And is that how you measure the value of your relationship?
Well, I mean, but it's a conversation that's being had, and people are having issues with that. Much as, some of us would downplay it or may not see it as an issue.
No, I definitely see it as an issue. I mean, I'm just saying that it's an evolving, you know, thing, and sometimes if you major anyway. Okay, so anyway, but what do you think? I mean, I think we'd love to know what you think about that. So why don't you hit us up on Facebook and tell us how important is it for your relationship to be public, or for you to be on your boyfriend status, or for you to be on your girlfriend status, or on her Facebook page, or on his Facebook page. So why don't we do that?
Yes, so let's do that. And looks like we have someone to speak with, and so let's hear what the counselor has to say. But I would also want us to open the phone lines. Let's get to speak with some people. Let's hear what they also think about all of the conversation that we're having. It's not just us. But let's go back and then listen to that lady who filed the complaint.
I love my boyfriend very much. He's restored my hope in relationships. But lately, I'm not feeling him. For 2 years, he hasn't outdoored me. I mean, he's been hiding me. He has never posted a photo of me on his social media handles. We have gone for vacations, vacations. And we take pictures, but he never posts them. He'll be posting pictures of his female friends on his timeline and on his WhatsApp profile. He'll be wishing his friends happy birthday and be posting their pictures. But he never posts my pictures. I do post his pictures, but it feels very one-sided. In fact, I'm very displeased. He has introduced me to his family, but I feel insecure. I feel he's hiding something from me, though I can't put a finger on it. I hope I'm not asking for too much.
All right, so we have Reverend Oscar Siripi. He's a counselor. And good morning to you, Reverend Siripi. Hello, good morning, Reverend Siripi.
Good morning, I can hear you. How are you doing?
All right, I'm well. How about you?
By God's grace, I'm doing very well.
Should this be an issue that your partner is not posting you on social media or not outdooring you?
It should not be, but it can be. Depending on the person you are dealing with.
Okay.
See, when you are not married and you are in a relationship, there's no guarantee that that relationship will end in marriage. There's no guarantee.
Yeah.
People change. People have dated people that didn't marry them. So when you marry and you are expecting some things from the person you are in a relationship, or when you're in a relationship, you are expecting some things from the person you're in a relationship, as if the two of you are already married.
Yeah.
You have a problem. Okay, if the guy does the things that she's looking for, and eventually they don't become a husband and wife, what happens? So when people are in a relationship, sometimes they demand too much. Caution is not the same as marriage. Somebody seeing your parents and knowing the family members, even at the point of what we call
knocking.
It is not marriage. It is not marriage. So there are things you cannot do. Or there are things, if you want to do, fine. If you decide not to do, it's not a problem. So the guy is not doing anything wrong. It is that the lady is demanding too much. And at this point, she must understand that she is not the wife of the guy, and the guy is not her husband. Simplicity. If the guy thinks that, okay, I want to post her pictures, fine, like what she's doing. But she must understand that she's not the wife of the guy, and anything can happen. Look, my brother, I'm a reverend minister, not a counsel. We officiate marriage. There are instances that even a day before we come to the church, or the day before we go to people's families to go and do what we call the actual marriage or the traditional marriage, people say, look, they are no longer interested, and they move on. So what about that? A day before they are moving to go and do the traditional marriage, whatever we call it, people decide and say that, look, I see that I'm no longer interested in this marriage. I want to move on. So until the day the marriage is consummated, the two of you are not a husband and wife. And there are things that if people decide not to do, you can't blame them. So this issue of I'm insecure, and we have seen our family members that introduced me, I post his pictures. You want to do that. But if he decides not to do that, don't complain.
Okay, so Reverend Siripi, clearly this lady will be feeling insecure. What is it that the gentleman has to do to reassure her, or he should just let things be as they are?
If the only thing that is making her insecure is because the guy is not posting a picture, then there's no problem, because she has to then sit down with the guy. All she wants is assurance that, look, even though I'm not posting your pictures, I'm in for the rest of my life. And there are people, they do that. Sometimes people do that to prevent certain things from happening. They want you to be at the back, and they want to keep you. They know what this person is going to be, my wife or my husband. Okay? So I know what I'm doing. She should sit down with the guy and have a discussion. And once the guy gives her the assurance that, look, in this thing, move on. But you must understand that this guy is not my husband. And if I'm demanding too much from him in terms of posting my pictures and all those things, then you are creating problem for yourself. At this material moment, the guy is going to see a parent, right?
Yeah.
They are on course, right?
Yes.
That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
As to whether the guy is posting your pictures on social media or not, it's not important. It's not relevant. It's not relevant to the relationship you are having. It's part of it. But if the person decides not to do it, you move on. And I'm saying that until the day the marriage is consummated, you are not the husband and wife. And that is why if you are in courtship, preparing to marry, you don't have sex with people. You don't go and sleep in their homes to cook. You don't go and do some things. You don't behave as if you're already married. And that's what we are doing. This is what is happening. People who are not married are already behaving as if they are married. And those who are married are behaving as if they are not married. And that's the problem we're having.
That's a very interesting problem.
Yes, those who are married are behaving as if they are not married. So the guy is married, he comes to the office, and he doesn't want people to know that he's married. Okay? And they want to do some things that are not right. And those who are not married are clinching on people as if they are married. Okay, they are behaving as if they are married. They are looking for what you call chop money. Everywhere you go, you have to introduce me. They are all over them. You are not married. And anything can happen, Israel. Anything can happen. I'm speaking from the point of knowledge. That until the day the marriage is consummated, anything at all can happen.
Indeed, until the ink is dry, there's always room to change your mind, isn't there? So we get that. You know, I was listening to T.D. Jakes a few weeks ago, and he talked about the place of acknowledgement in a relationship or in a marriage. And, you know, acknowledgement for us in our time was, you know, going to see the parents, you know, meeting the family and all of that. Acknowledgement for the millennial is, you know, being outdoored on social media. It's a way that your presence is acknowledged, your role is acknowledged, you know. So perhaps the needs that we have, you know, in our generation are quite different from the needs that, you know, are being expressed in this generation.
Is that need making marriages work better now?
Well, it's not making marriages work better now, but are you discounting the need that people have for
I'm not discounting that. But I'm saying that if the person decides not to do that, as long as the person is serious about the relationship, and you can see progress, you can see that the two of you are moving towards marriage, you should be happy with that. Because eventually what you're looking for is marriage, not posting pictures on social media.
Yeah, okay.
That's the bottom line. The bottom line is that eventually we become a husband and wife. So you can post my pictures on social media million times. If we don't marry, what happens?
Yes, well, that's the same question that I was asking Israel this morning, you know, about that. A lot of people say that, you know, when men hide, and there's this meme on social media that women are usually the first ones to post about their relationships, and men usually take a longer time. There's also the concern that when a man is not posting you, then maybe he's hiding you from, you know, from people or from his family and all of that. How important is not keeping a relationship hidden, but keeping a relationship private? How important is that in the journey towards, you know, getting married and becoming a successful family?
Okay, so the two of you date, and then you move into courtship, and then you make progress. Then you study the person. Then you know the parent. And then you progress to go and do what we call the knocking and all those things. In the midst of that, what you are looking for is transparency from the person. What you are looking for is commitment to what the person we are doing. What you are looking for, that the two of us we have the plan. You can see that we are working towards marriage. That should be the most important thing to you. Okay? That I can see the guy I'm dealing with. I can see the lady I'm dealing with. This is the person I want to be with. The person is transparent. The person is committed. The person shows me enough care. Okay? And I tell people that when you are in courtship, you walk in love. When you marry, you fall in love.
Okay, what's the difference?
When you are in courtship, because you are not married, you walk with wisdom. Because anything at all can happen. When you marry, now you are married, so you give everything out. You give your all.
Okay.
So then you fall into it.
Okay.
So because you are married.
Okay.
But when you are not married, you walk in it with wisdom.
Okay.
So that when something happens, you don't suffer excessive emotional pain.
Okay.
Unfortunately, when we are in courtship, we fall in love. When we marry, we walk in love.
Yeah, well, everything is enough. You're not face.
I turn off piano backwards. And because not turn off piano backwards, and no one can suffer.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we have to let them understand again. The reason why they are suffering, the reason marriages are not working is that we are going against what marriage is.
Yeah.
It's like us insurance and insurance, and you want to swim against the current.
Yeah.
You have problems, and that's why we have a problem. So people must understand that when we are in courtship, we are not married, and there are some things we don't do. So that when we break up, or not, it happens that we don't marry, I don't suffer excessive emotional pain. But when we marry and we are married, that's why people have a lot of sex when they are not married, and when they marry, they don't want to have sex. What is that?
Indeed, what is that? I agree with you with my whole heart.
Yeah, what is that? When you marry, the thing is for you 24/7. And that is where you have to have a lot of sex. And emotionally you bond spiritually with your wife. And the two of you are in it together. People have sex when they are not married. And then when they marry, say, oh, I'm tired, I'm working. But when you were in course, you were working. What is that? So we see we have gone against the standard or the norm for marriage. And once you do that, you see the law of gravity. It's only Jesus that went against the law of gravity. Right? When you throw something, you fall down.
Yeah.
Yes. So you can't say that I'm tough. I'm Israeli. I work at multimedia. So I'm going to stand at the top of multimedia building and jump. Once you go against that, you suffer.
Yes, indeed.
So I'm saying that when you're in courtship, calm down. Look at the progress the two of you are making. Look at the mannerism of the person. His or her commitment. His or her care for you. That relationship must not be one-sided. But if the problem you're having is only because the person is not posting your pictures.
Okay, thank you so much, Osofo, for joining us this morning.
When they are in courtship, they should walk in love. When they marry, they should fall in love. And when they are in courtship, Amika behave as if I'm married.
Yes,
please. When I'm married, Amika behave as if I'm married.
Yes, please. Yes.
All right, thank you very much, Reverend Siripi. So we'll take a few calls. We have Kwabena calling from Asofa. Hello, Kwabena.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Good morning.
So good morning. What's your take on the issue?
Well, I think the lady should focus on what really matters in a relationship.
Right.
I think that would be what her partner shows her. You know, I think that's more important than what her partner shows her. You know, the other day I learned about the 80-20 rule. You know, with that, we talked about how people are actually getting a lot from their partner, but then they are focused on what they are not getting.
Okay.
So maybe she should, if her partner is respectful, have time for her, you know, since all those other things are very important.
Yeah.
And if she's getting that, maybe she'll not focus so much on what he's showing.
So she should be content with what she's getting.
Yeah, I mean, she needs to take a good look at the relationship, you know. She can't get everything, so she figure out what really matters.
All right, thank you very much, Kwab. Now we have Righteous calling from Keta. Hello, Righteous.
Good morning.
Good morning.
In fact, the lady in question, I think she's rather making mistakes. Because the first question she has to ask herself, does the guy understand her? Understanding is the most important thing in a relationship. Posting of pictures has nothing to do with your relationship. The guy might decide to post a lot of your pictures, but at the end of the day, he will be doing different things which you might not know. But the question is that the guy is able to introduce you to the family. Now ask yourself, does the guy understand you? Does he love you? What are you expecting in the relationship? Is the guy to the cause or not? I think these are some of the questions we need to be asking.
All right.
But these days, most of our late guys, we believe in social media, and sometimes the moment you see a lady today, tomorrow that lady will pack and be in your room, or maybe, I don't know, she'll be spending the whole of the days in your room, giving herself. At the same lady you see her, she'll be at a different place and say, oh, this guy is not serious. It's not about that. Being in a relationship is a serious business.
All right.
So my advice to the lady in question is that, first of all, the most important thing is that does the guy understand her? Does the guy care, have her in heart? What is her expectation? And what is she also doing to help the guy so that the relationship will move forward? Not posting of pictures. Posting of pictures they assigned you to do. That's this thing. I think she got everything wrong.
All right. Thank you very much, Righteous. We have David calling from Obasi, and David is going to be our last caller. Hello, David.
Hello, Israel. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. I agree so much with Reverend Oscar's contribution. I think most ladies and gentlemen alike also lack maturity in relationship. You're not married yet, so why advertising and posting on Facebook and all that? The truth is that there's going to be a breakup along the way, and then most of the guys have been seeing you, the lady, or DP with that guy, so they are thinking you're already going out. And by the time you realize she's 32, 33, 40, she's not married. All because she was just flaunting the guy here and there. So for me, I think married people should be encouraged to be posting each other on social media, not people who are in a relationship culture. They should just wait patiently for the right time. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very much, David. And thank you all for calling into the show. We're going to take a quick break, and then when we come back, we'll bring you a show. Stay tuned in.